And please take 30 seconds to switch off your phone or kindly put them on silent mode. Thank you, sir. And rule number 3, kindly avoid cross-talk while others are speaking. The mission of Toastmasters is to provide a supportive and positive learning environment where a member have an opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, it's my privilege to invite our presiding officer for today's meeting. He is a business consultant with 25 years experience and Toastmaster since 2011. Past president of Medley Toastmaster Club and holds multiple district leadership roles. Dear Toastmasters, please join me in a warm welcoming Toastmaster Kalyan onto the stage.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
With the sound of his gavel, I declare open meeting. We have a past member. You have come here. Can you just introduce yourself?
Yeah. Ranjit Kumar myself. So I was a past member of Medley Toastmasters.
Okay.
And it is good to be here again, more than a year back.
Why did you leave and what happened?
I was away from this particular engagement due to some other commitments. So
Okay.
it is nice to be back.
Now we are back. Welcome back. Yes, sir. You can just introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, myself Virenjay. This is my first Toastmaster event I'm attending. Thank you Ranjit for accompanying me.
Okay.
I'm here to learn from fellow Toastmasters and to improve my community. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. So we are almost members. The third time, right? Yes. How is Medley?
Yeah, no, good afternoon everyone. I'm Shreya, and honestly, it's been great, very impactful. I've been learning, and I would love to learn more. So yeah, looking forward.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Afrid. This is my first time here.
What do you do, Afri?
I work as officer in merchandising.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I want to improve my communication. So I thought of trying it out.
Welcome. Ma'am, you want to?
Yeah, I'm Kavita. I know I've been visiting here because of the travels. I could not take the membership after September. Because of my travel stuff should get over.
Okay.
So this is very interesting platform,
Okay.
and I enjoy listening to people and good conversations and good topics.
What do you
Very
do?
happy to be. I'm an ex-banker.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
See, I keep saying, people who know me, I keep saying this very often to my friends, my mentees, I work with people. I always say, if you know what you want in life and what you want from life, let me repeat. If you want what you want in life and what you want from life, your life is easy. It's fixed. For that matter, what you want in the job which you are doing, from the job which you are doing, what you want in your family, what you want from the family, your life is fixed. Think on this. In my life, I found not very few, I would say, few people who have found that what they want in life and what they want from life. So when you know what you want in and from life, the life is interesting. You know, choices are very, very clear. You know what you are doing. You don't have a boring day. You don't have a mundane. You will keep on repeating certain things. It will not sound very mundane. Reason being, you know what you want in life. This is your choice. When things go by your choice, life is very, very easy. Think about it. To me, the Toastmaster of today is one of the person. My personal feel is he has understood what he wants in life and what he wants from life. Let me introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Distinguished Toastmaster, Sampath Chopra.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I visible? Yes. And music. Today's program is an interesting program with three speeches, and along with that, the evaluations will be there and usual things will be there. So let us all enjoy from the beginning. I request all of you to be fully attentive without scrolling the thing in the hand, whatever I don't want to name it all. So be attentive. Now you are attending, be also attentive. This is somewhat related to my theme. But what is my theme as given there? Everybody can say
ROI.
ROI. ROI in French means roi, the king. But my topic is not that. If you are good at ROI, you can become the king. ROI is return on investment.
Yeah, return on investment.
Return on investment. So we all know it. In modern times, everybody knows it. And without knowing the name, everybody tries this in life. You give something, you get something. You want to give less and get more. This is business everywhere, transaction everywhere. So return of investment is very high priority in our mind. Now I am asking you a question. Who is the most powerful person in Toastmasters?
Better communicators.
The most.
Who is the most powerful person in Toastmasters?
President.
Huh?
Every Toastmaster. Every Toastmaster.
Every Toastmaster.
Anybody else? International president.
That was close.
But you are right. I will put the club president ahead of the international president. He is more important. Because international president collects money. The club president collects money and collects people. Without club president, there is no club. So there is no club, there is nothing international about it. So the club president is a very important job. That's why whenever the club president comes and he makes some policies, he discusses, it is very important. So the club president is the most powerful person. Who is the most important person?
General Regulator. Club
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Feeling cold. Okay. He hit it. General Regulator. Not because he is any general regulator. I am going to introduce today's general regulator. He is the best example I have seen in the club for return on investment.
Yes.
He attends all meetings. He is very attentive. He does many roles, whenever possible, in last minute roles also. So who is benefiting? The club is benefiting individually, but he is benefiting also.
Yes.
So he is seeing his return on the investment. Let me tell you a secret. He is having very good returns on even our investment. When you give a speech, your investment is finished. When he gives an evaluation, he gets more out of it.
Yes.
Please join me in welcoming.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, I forgot to introduce him the way he wanted to be introduced. He has given 2 points.
That's fine. This sounds nice. What you said is nice.
That's nice. Okay.
That's because as a retired man, I've been feeling anything but rich. But the way he presented things, I feel maybe that I have riches that I must find out in my pocket. Thank you very, very much. Friends, a club meeting to me is the most visible, tangible, feelable aspect of a club for the members. There's nothing else. Why so? This is where members decide to continue. Renewal, there's a renewal season, right? So my point will soon be true either way. This is also where guests decide to become members. What is more important than this in the club setting? Therefore, what we are participating is the most interesting of club's various manifestations. To that extent, I will take some of the nice words you threw at me and say the general evaluator has an important role in improving the quality of club meetings. And again, if you go elsewhere and say you are from Medley, listen to the feedback that you get, the reaction. They will say, you try for yourself. I can assume they will say, Medley meetings. Wow. Friends, that is a legacy. That is the responsibility that we have. So I will play my little part about today, throwing the searchlights at where things can be improved. And to help me do that, I have two teams. The first of the teams is a tag team. The tag team uses different searchlights. They use different instruments. They are the quality team. So let me start with the first of the tag teams, namely the timer. Today, the timer's role is being played by Toastmaster Harihan. The way he walks, you know that he is working in the fitness area, right? Absolutely. And allow me to say this. I asked him, describe yourself in 5 words. He said, curious, confident, adaptable, enthusiastic, and approachable. Yes, he didn't bite me. He is approachable. Now, for him, I asked him, what's the ROI in the 2 months that he had been here? He said he is better off now in terms of confidence, being able to speak, taking on leadership positions. What more do you want? Renew. Oh.
Good evening. Good evening. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas sir, my fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. As timer, I will type the table topic speakers, the formal speeches, and also the evaluations. And I will also alert each speaker of the time that they are remaining. Now, starting with table topic speakers, your speech will be restricted to 2 to 3 minutes, and then the warnings will be denoted by the 3 color grading cards. And starting with green card, so this will show 1 minute, and yellow card, this will show 1 minute 30 seconds, and followed by red card, it should be denoting the end of the speech, that's 2 minutes. And for the icebreaker speech, your speech will be restricted to 4 to 6 minutes. Starting with the green card will show 4 minutes, and at 5 minutes I will show the yellow card, and at 6 minutes I will show the red card. And for the prepared speeches, your speech will be restricted to 5 to 7 minutes. At 5th minute I will show the green card, at 6 minutes I will show the yellow card, and at 7th minute I will show the red card. And today we will also have level 4 speeches, which will range from 10 to 15 minutes. 10th minute I will show the green card, at 13th minute I will show the yellow card, and at the 15th minute I will show the red card. And individual evaluations will be restricted to 2 to 3 minutes. At 2nd minute I will show the green card, at 2 minutes 30 seconds I will show the yellow card, and at 3 minutes I will show the red card. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And today's outcome. The R counter throws light on bursts, small little audio bursts, unnecessary sounds that detract and distract. And today's R counter is Toastmaster Uma Maheshwar Rao Chitra. For him, he is curious, supportive, resilient, humorous, and creative. I second that. And as for his achievements, improved communication, confidence in public speaking, leadership opportunities, and wonderful friendships. Another new member continuing.
Thank you, DTM Thomas sir, for the introduction. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am the accountants for today's meeting, and I have personal grudge against filler words. It all started years ago. I used to send long text messages with heartfelt, expecting equally long replies. But instead I got, okay. Since then I had personal grudge against those filler words. And after marriage, I discovered another enemy, repetition. During an argument, my wife somehow remembered all my past mistakes and repeat them all. So today, if anyone repeats a word or phrase, don't be surprised if I catch that immediately. And while singing, it sounds beautiful, but too many ahs and ums take away the beauty of your message. So during today's meeting, I will be listening for pillar words like so, but, and then also repetitive words like I, this means, that means. And at the end of the meeting, I'll share my report on who kept me busy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arkamta. And as for the third of the trio, the grammarian. The grammarian helps improve grammar, which is in nut and the bolt and joints of language. Today's grammarian is Toastmaster Nagavalli Krishna. Kashinathan, she is interested in learning new things. Currently, LLB is her passion. And as for her opportunities, she is making use of the opportunities that Medley gives her to develop. And the role she has taken today is one of them and proof point. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Grammar is the basic of every language. Without grammar, we cannot make the sentence properly. As a grammarian, today I will listen the speeches and I will, in the end of the meeting, I will take down the proper sentence and the improper sentence. Then, additionally, as a grammarian, today I introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is determine. Determine, the verb, the word determine is verb. Past tense of determine is determined and past participle determined, which means to find out the truth about something, to decide something. Example, they need to determine the date for the meeting. Hard work and skill will determine who wins the game. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Sorry, distinguished Toastmaster.
That's fine. And if I may add, determination is the now with the grammarian's permission. Thank you very much, the trio. I will be back when I'm called upon to give an overview of the meeting, and I also am happy to contribute a minute or so from my time to the total meeting's time. Over to you, sir.
So you know now, in Toastmasters, we do things and we get feedback at the same time, the same day, in a short time. It's not like end of the year you get a pass or fail. Not like that. So this is much more useful. This is one of the highlights of Toastmasters, hallmarks of Toastmasters. Now, we talked about who is most powerful, who is more important, all those things. But the very basis of Toastmasters is the individual member. Today we heard the Sergeant Prompts, again the club mission. How many of you know what is the international mission? Any idea? I will tell that. So it's simple. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. We talk about individuals, which is all the individual member, the member. So even international is empowering them. Forget the district for the time being. The club mission says we provide a supportive and positive learning what?
Environment.
Experience. It's not environment, it has changed long back. There's a slight difference. Environment means the environment is there, it is up to you to do it. Experience means we push you a little bit more to get the experience. So we provide a supportive and positive learning experience. Sajid Reklam, please note it. You will get it also from Toastmasters International. Now in between the district mission is there. District mission is mainly to strengthen the clubs so that the clubs can grow. So we build new clubs and support clubs, all clubs in achieving success, excellence. So now we have come to the point that individual member and member experience is most important. Individual member gets the return on investment satisfactorily the Toastmaster movement job is done. What the individual member does, he gives money, time and effort. These are the only three things he does. Whatever you do, you can put it in this three. For that, you should get something back. Now, if you give money, if you don't give time and effort, it's not like investment and the interest will come at the end of the year. You have to make that work. Money means you have to work yourself to prepare speeches, present speeches, do evaluation, etc. So the effort part is very important. But a lot of people think that Toastmasters is magic. In fact, our charter president William Subramaniam used to frequently say, "Come to Medley, there is magic here." There is magic in Medley, but the wand is in your hand. If you don't wield the magic wand, you get nothing out of it. The magic will be there, some other people will be benefiting, you will be nowhere. Just nodding the head. You will not be doing any performance in terms of role playing or speech making or contesting, etc. So the individual member, when he thinks of return on investment, he has to take care of all the three elements: money, time and effort. So time and effort is where many people lag. They think these 2 hours is enough. At least 2 hours outside the Toastmasters. Read something from the international site or something else. Watch some video speeches, world champions. So you can do so many things with time. And effort, you can, if you are weak in grammar, you can improve your grammar. Okay, there are so many things we can do. Now we move to the next part of the meeting, which is the prepared. Today, as I told, there are 3 prepared speeches. The evaluator for the first speech by Toastmaster Dividarshini gives the first speech. The evaluator for that is Toastmaster Ranjit Rajagopal. He can read the objectives given in the project. From there only.
Good afternoon. Toastmasters, dear guests. So, Divyadashini is giving a second speech in level 1, which is writing a speech with purpose. The objective of this speech is the member to learn to draft a good speech with the basics, with a defined purpose and a well-structured, and present it in a well-structured manner.
Thank you. Toastmaster Divyadashini says he's a CSE student, 3rd year CSE. I don't know what CSE is.
Computer science.
Computer science.
Computer science engineering.
CSE.
Computer science engineering. Computer science and engineering.
Okay. Yes. In the Ishwari Indian College, she enjoys taking challenges which pushes her out of the comfort zone. She likes speaking in front of the audience, sees every speech as an investment. Good thing, going with the topic of the day. Outside Toastmasters, she enjoys reading, playing the piano, it makes 2, and exploring new ideas in technology. So we have 2 pianists in our club. We have to make use of it. This is the speech is from the Presentation Mastery 11-1 Project 2, writing a speech with purpose. The title of the speech is Myth of Being Ready. Please come here. Divyadashini, Myth of Being Ready. Myth of Being Ready, Toastmaster Divyadashini.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, respected Toastmaster of the day, the honored guest. And for everyone who thinks by looking at the clock, they can assume that 5 minutes is more than enough. But by the end of the speech, I hope you think twice about that statement. For 2 years, I had an unbreakable record. I never missed my bus in the morning. At 6:55, it reaches its bus stop. At 6:50, I leave my home every single day. Please don't mistake this as a discipline. It is not a discipline, it is a confidence. A very dangerous confidence. for the past 2 years, I have been doing the same thing successfully. So in my mind, I mastered mornings. Throw me any last minute disaster, I sure know that I will be at my bus stop on time. Until one morning, life decided that it needs to throw me a challenge. One day, usually it's my dad who drops me at the bus stop. But then it turns out my mom decided to drop me to the bus stop on that day. She went down the stairs, and before doing that, she told me, please lock the door and bring the key there. Simple enough, right? Except I spent the next couple of minutes searching for the exact key, which she herself took it downstairs and without telling me. Very nice, right? But then what I did is find out my spare key, lock the door, rush towards the lift. While the doors were closing, suddenly I remembered ID card. My brain screamed ID card. Without my ID card, I'm good as absent in my college. So I went back to my house, unlocked the door, and then searched my table, my room, everywhere where I could normally keep my ID card. I was determined to find it. But then I couldn't find it. Slowly, I was not searching logically anymore. I was searching emotionally. The maddening part was, I remember clearly in the morning that I took my ID card out of my bag. But then I forgot where I kept it for the sake of safekeeping. Just then, the phone rang. My friend called, Divya, where are you? The bus is here. I responded in full panic. It was just gibberish, like that. Oh my god, I'll just come, you just go. It wasn't even a proper sentence. It was just my nervous system speaking in its own language. My mom believed that we could catch the bus. We rushed to the bus stop and we reached. The bus wasn't waiting. It wasn't even leaving. It shrunk to a small dot down the road. That dot looked like goodbye to me. I stood there at the bus stop, giving up. Slowly, my mother and I returned around and we went home. On the way, my mom was advising me how I shouldn't leave things at the last minute. She was right. But then, have you ever been so anxious that you could hear someone speaking but not understand a single word? That was me at that moment. I kept thinking about how I lost my ID card. My brains kept on screaming in my ID card, my ID card, my ID card. We returned back home. My mom helped me in the search of my ID card once again, properly this time. We took my bag and took whatever the contents in my bag out slowly. And then she took a pouch and opened it. There it was, my lovely ID card. Kept it very nicely in a compartment in my bag so successfully that I forgot that it existed. Very nice, right? Turns out my ID card was with me all the time and I didn't even realize it. From this, I understood that I see about readiness in two completely opposite ways. For small stuff, I trust myself too much and don't pay attention to those stuff. On bigger stuff, I don't trust myself enough and I never actually start it. So whenever I begin something new, I will prepare a new plan, a detailed structure and timeline on what to do that, etc. And I will simply try to follow it for a few days and then abandon it for 3 days. This structure my father has witnessed for years. And one common advice he would say is that don't wait for the perfect beginning. Start where you are. Keep at it along the way. Very good advice for me, which I completely agree with, but I follow it terribly. Sometimes we believe that we don't feel confident, so we don't start at all. Sometimes we just stop trying because we assume we already are. The one thing that is common is certainty. Certainty doesn't follow a schedule. It doesn't ask for a permission. It moves on its own. So we have to be comfortable with uncertainty. We should be ready for it. And this is a learning that I understood. I hope to share it to you all as well. Maybe getting ready is not the goal, getting started is. Thank you everyone.
Friends, for a moment I thought the sky has fallen. Because the sky has not. Now the sky has fallen, so the sky has fallen. You get that review? Between we thought the second speaker, Akash, is not here. But just now he entered. So this is the answer for my question. So I was thinking we got more time. What to do? So he is not going to allow us. His evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Dr. Shanmugam. Please read the speech.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
Today the speaker, I intend to focus on Toastmaster August Lesson. His pathway is Dynamic Leadership, Level 1, Project 3, Project name Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language, title The Backbone of My Voice Tool. Objective of the project. The purpose of this project is to practice using a vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. This member has chosen to evaluate on both the vocal variety as well as body language for the speech. So the evaluation will be based on how he uses his voice and body language to communicate and enhance his speech. The member will present a well-organized speech on any topic. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any state of the member's choices. Time 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster. Ahas, best of. Thank you.
For a moment I thought he is the speaker. Toastmaster Akash, introduction is given like this. Please come here. He is studying BA Sociology. Nowadays, a good trend that humanities are also drawing attention. Instead of everybody going for engineering. From Guru Nanak College in Balache. He welcomed to the. Okay. He likes reading novels and historical books. He likes playing football and running. So this is his good introduction. But there is another point. He has added, I am 18 years old. Then I asked CA, what is it? Is it your birthday today? No, it's his birthday. Happy birthday,
Achimelle. So I hope you would have watched Aparan. So it basically means you should not fear. So what Mr. Mukund wanted, that he wanted a spirit, and that made him a movie called Amaran 2 years before. So hello, what's up guys? How are you? And I hope you're doing really good. Now again, I'm after 4 weeks to the same stage with my speech 3, and I want to ask you one question. Have you ever think about a story that has become a reality for you? Anyone? That thought of any story that became a reality for you, or maybe a nightmare? That same happened with me. When I was 7 years old, that stage would be, okay, so prime 2016. So people called 2026 as new 2016. So I was going on a metro with my mom and parents. So already you know Delhi, it's a rush hour, and there Arabian couple arrived. They asked me, kid, can you move? Even if they didn't know, I would have done it. I just told okay. Then I was thinking about being football player, seeing Ronaldo and Messi. When they didn't just stay quiet. They told me, why are you being footballer? Get to India. You should be a police officer. That it made me understand that being a police officer or being anything, you can't be a football player. Being a police officer is like you might have passion, understanding. Then it made me understand my goal. Suddenly, I know what my goal is now, that I want to join army after seeing so many films like Major, Mukund, like Amaran or Major. Second stage would be, I was going on I live in Adyar, so there was a auntie coming. She saw me, I saw her, and she was carrying a water can. So the thing is, when you ride a bike, you have to twist. So while she was changing her direction, then she left her can. So God told me to help her, so I helped her. When I helped her, she told me thank you. So these two instances told me that no matter what your career, your passion, you should have. How different you are, the tone, how people talk to you might be different from other people. A person, let's say the person who wins a Toastmaster, that the way he talks might be different from how a normal person talks. I am speaking to you, it doesn't mean that how I used to speak before. Before, when I was small, I didn't used to talk because I was scared of public speaking. I thought public speaking was not a cake for me. But now I will understand that if you practice, work hard, be determined, focus on your goals, lives, and be more realistic, I think then you can do anything. I've been, there has been a time where English has been a language which cannot be learned without hard working. You cannot do anything without practice. Because life passes, present is the best gift you have. If you think about your present, your life will be really good. What I have seen, I met people have told the same thing. If you don't practice, if you don't work hard, you won't be able to achieve what you have. I have been into 2 clubs in my life, that is Toastmasters and Medley Gavel Club. Gavel Club is the same procedure, but the thing is how the age gap is. There are children who are from 10th, 11th, 12th, 9th, 8th, and for Toastmasters, I see people are really experienced, they're working, corporate, experienced people. The difference is that the grammar fluency is different. I think in Gavel Club there is more gap, there is much competition. In Toastmasters it's less, but I think that you can arise more abundantly in Toastmasters. Like for children who are above 18, who have just entered college. If you ask me, my experience has been very good in Toastmasters because I have been in Toastmasters more than Gavel Club. I joined Gavel Club before COVID and I left after COVID because I had my 9th and 12th, 11th and public exams. As a person, I would like to say is that a tone is a way of understanding people. It shows how people talk to you and with the body language. Body language shows you how you try to express yourself with the other person, the second person, the third person whom you are talking to. As for me, I would like to say is that my body language has been very different because I was not, I was into fancy competition, but I never liked speeches. I have only given 6 speeches in my life, that too on the 5th, 6th and 8th standard. And college also I am starting because I like to do debate. Debating is what I like. Second and third instance of life is that your experience. How much ever you know how you can talk to people, how they are, how they speak to you, might be different for some people. Well, the people have shown me how they are, how kind they are, how fine they are. And if you talk a boy, if a boy learns Japanese, so it will take for him 4 to 5 months to master the language. The communication is very important. That's what I have seen. And the communication is very much important. Should know how to use English language and that much Toastmasters has helped me, and I hope it helped me in the future as well, as I can communicate with all the leaders who are really experienced, who are very sophisticated and have a abundance of knowledge, understanding, and otherwise. I would like to say is that just take a deep breath, focus on yourself, and I would like to show what I have learned. So the technique is, if you don't know, let's say if you want to say extra flagogocious. So what you do is, you put this in your mouth, and what you do is, you put it inside. This shows how much you are smarter. And this will show you what mistakes you have. I have a favorite book is How to Win Friends Influence by Dale Carnegie. So this shows me how to talk to friends and be myself. Take a deep breath, focus, work hard, and thank you.
We evaluated our evaluated is yeah. Toastmaster Abhirami, she will now read the objectives.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Toastmaster Venkatesan is presenting a project from level 4, Presentation Mastery, Managing a Difficult Audience. The purpose of this project is to help the speaker to develop the skills needed to respond effectively and professionally to audience disruptions while maintaining engagement and composure. Unlike a regular speech, the focus of this project is not merely on the content of the speech, but on the speaker's ability to handle unexpected interruptions and challenging situations with confidence and professionalism. The speech duration is 10 to 15 minutes. And a quick note for our guests and new members, if you see people are interrupting the speaker, don't be surprised. We have not forgotten our Toastmaster values. Today's interruptions are planned. They have helped the speakers to handle challenging situations and successfully complete the project. All the very best to Toastmaster Venkatesan.
This is an example for determination. You know what happened when the legacy system went off and then the pathways came. He was quite reluctant to start learning new things. But his friends encouraged him and then he took the lead. Now he has come the fourth level. That's a very good example. He works in the IPR, intellectual property rights. Anybody knows what it is?
Copyright.
Copyrights, patents. So most of the people here, nobody is doing any patents. Nowadays everybody is taking patents. So patents, you have to enable, you need enablers to create the patent, how to go about doing it. And then you need controllers who will actually examine and grant the patent. So there's a patent office. You may remember that Albert Einstein was working in this area before he came out publicly in this physics. Maybe this is our Albert Einstein for Medley. Toastmaster Venkatesan gives a very difficult speech. So we have to interrupt and ask the questions, but it should not be meaningless interruption. Please, good queries, good observation, not observation, good queries and good clarifications, anything you can ask, you can stop him. If you don't stop him and he has got a smooth right, then he is not failed, we have failed. 10 to 15 minutes, Toastmaster is given the title D and D. Toastmaster Venkatesan, D and D. D and D, Toastmaster.
How many of you know about domain names? Anyone? Can you explain?
Well, these are the site names, website names.
Why?
Because these are the unique address for that site.
For the IP number.
For the IP number.
For the IP number, that you are to direct to the website.
Yeah.
To be honest. I'm going to take about the domain name disputes. D&D, acronym of domain name dispute.
I didn't hear it clearly. What is it?
What is a domain name?
Domain. No, what did he say? I didn't hear that clearly.
IP address.
Okay.
A domain name is nothing but a phrase of words which are typically linked to your website. Because we cannot remember the IP number. Like 192.168.10.20, it's medley.com. It is very difficult to remember each and every one. Instead of that, we use like medley.com. In Google, automatically it will redirect to the URL. To access a website with the help of internet browser, Google, Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. I will give you one classic example of Ferrari.com. Alt tab. So looking at
You think it point here?
Just click escape. Click escape or escape.
Escape and then share the browser.
Escape. See, Ferrari.com. Automatically we know that Ferrari.com belongs to car. The website linked directly to the website. Domain name helps you for two reasons. One is creating a web presence. Some big companies, they used to make a domain name to make an email entry. Like Medley is a company, they can use it a domain name like medley.in.co.in for like DDM Thomas at medley.in for official purpose. Domain name can be used for two purposes. One is to host a website, another is to use for internet for email purposes. Creating a brand identity of a business, like Toastmasters Kalyan is a business consultant, he knows that. Like AVT, the T because it should be based on AVT, either .com, .net or .org, .in, .co.in. Brand identity is very important. Since in online, it is more valuable. Your domain name is brand identity, your domain name contains your business. If you are doing a business for car tires or something else, automobile parts, you are not supposed to use that. How to make a domain? It should be catchy. Domain name should be catchy. Domain name should be related to your business, like whatever business you are doing, your company name as well as your trademark. It should not be very long and hyphen phrases or any other thing. Try to get .com name for extension is most preferred domain name is .com is a universal domain name. Either you are in Australia or in USA, they prefer only .com for commercial purpose. Like this for brand identity, nowadays the colleges they are doing it edu, education.in. Government websites belongs to .gov.in. You will find out that whenever the URL is there .gov.in, it's authentic one. .gov.in, it is registered with National Informatic Centers. They won't allow other third parties to register the domain. The registration of the domain name can be registered with the help of any domain registry like GoDaddy, 102 domain and HostGator. So many domain registers are there. Indian domain registry authorized by ICANN is GoDaddy and
how reliable are these Indian domain?
Indian domain name. Previously,
how can I trust something? I pay only 500 rupees.
No, sir, because it is authorized by ICANN, and if it is Indian domain registry, it should be authorized.
Once I joined something,
yes.
I took your help. They just disappeared.
Yes, sir. That for India Limited, because there was a problem in that.
But how can I trust
them? But
how can I trust?
No, with help of Nixay.
No, but how can I trust them?
Sir, you should trust because all the companies like return of investment. Lot of companies there in Sensex in mutual fund. There is a chance of yellow notice.
But if it happens to me,
then you lose your money.
Exactly.
But domain name you never lost your domain name. So with the help of Nixay. So .com top level domain names is controlled by ICANN. Even .in and .co.
You have a customer care for that where you can call people and
yes,
ask.
Yes, with the domain registry you can contact for Nixay for .in, .co.in. If you are an authorized assistant of a domain name, you can send a mail and you can explain about your details. Immediately, if you raise a trouble ticket, you will get an answer for that. There is no need to.
When guaranteed response immediately, are you sure about that?
Yes, definitely. There is for in all the registers they used to have one like that trouble ticket column is there. You can raise your trouble ticket with your control panel number, CRN ID, customer relationship number ID, and press domain name.
So if I don't get a response for a long time, what do I do?
Definitely you will get a response within 24 to 40 hours. Otherwise you can send a reminder, within that you will get it. It's now better than chatting with the domain registry people. They will solve the problem. They will immediately text you there. As I told you that don't use abbreviations, dashes, numbers in the domain name. Domain names are restricted by ASCII 8 to Z. That is a case sensitive. All the domain names should be in the lower case only, not in uppercase. But now if you type in Google Chrome, it will automatically transfer the lower case.
Toastmasters is showing .org, why it is not
.org is organization. .com is commercial, .net is network. Networking companies like Nokia and other people, they prefer .net. It should be related to their business. As I told before, .edu only for education. You can see that Anna University .edu.in. All the universities, Madras University, because it should be related that The top level domain should be related to your Toastmasters is an organization, not a company. That's why they are using ORG. This is called top level domain. Top level domains are .com, .net, .org.
Sir, one doubt.
Yes.
So how to get the domain name for free, sir?
Free? No. Nothing is free in this world. Nothing is free in this world. Everything is cost.
Can I book a domain name even if I don't have any business related to it?
Yeah, you can register your personal name.
No, I just want AI.com. I just want to register it. If it is not yet registered.
AI.com you cannot get it because these things are already registered with third party. More than 600 million domain names are registered all over the world. Just try that. AI.com, you will get some other website. It will be redirected. The registration of domain name can vary anywhere between 1 to 10 years. But you should renew your domain name. Otherwise, your website will be automatically down within 20 to 40 days.
Renewal is free or is it?
Everything is cost. Nothing is free in this world.
Renewal is all at
yeah, registration and renewal charges are same. For .in, .co.in is 500 rupees only.
So they will give notice that when they are bringing your website down or how?
No, you will only know that. They will send a reminder to you and you will get a pop-up screen. Your domain has to be renewed. Otherwise, your website will be shut down.
You told organization is ORG, but World Health Organization is showing WHO.int.
That is for country level domain names. Like lots of, they have created more than 1,500 TLDs, like .int, .ns. You can see that Wimbledon.tennis also. Like all the sections they have registered. I can provide it open market to all over the world. The related field, like advocate. If Kalyan is advocate, he can type Kalyan.advocate, he can create a website. He can host a website. He can register a domain name, but he should provide that he is advocate. The convocation certificate or any other thing. Proof for the mixing. To find out with the help of the domain registers like GoDaddy and all, to validate the domain name. They used to do it. Okay, use of domain name. The domain name can be used for both the hosting website as an online address for the website. The registry and registrar I have explained to you, like GoDaddy or not domain. Registry, an organization responsible for assigning domain names that they manage GTLD. Like some registries they will manage only top level domains, like
191.255.255.255. What kind of IP class?
No, that is based on your IP address.
What kind of class is that?
Not class, IP address. That's based on domain name is nothing but an IP address. Your server address is 255.255.10.
So instead of using domain name ID, use
Yes.
IP address.
Like
what kind of class network is that?
That is you are talking about the networking technical details.
Yeah. Because
It is
instead of
IP.
using domain name, I want to use IP address.
No, the IP address only you can use it because you know that very well. Others cannot use it. There is no use in it. If you advertise in the website column, it should be in phrases and words. Through IP address you cannot remember. That is why domain name is created. Register like GoDaddy, not domain. There is a reseller also there. Instead of directly approaching GoDaddy, there is a reseller for GoDaddy and other domain registrar also. They will guide you that. They will say that. Okay, this domain is available.
Give you some big discount, sir?
No one will give you a discount. Domain implement types. The most important thing is cybersecurity. Registering domain names similar to trademarks with the backpack intent, like Medley.org, what you said. I can register a domain name on the basis of its availability. Domain name can be registered on the basis of availability only. I can register Medley.org or IN. I can cut with help of the scripting tools the Medley site and I can post it. That is one organization called Wave.Link website in USA. What they are doing is they will find out that there is one basic drawback. If you are registering a domain name, you should have a registered email ID like Thomas at some gmail.com. You will register that email ID, medley.org. Pay-per-click website organization from USA. You know that positives are there, negatives also there. They will contact immediately to Mr. Thomas and they will say that just host this website. You will do everything. Hosting a website is nothing. Only the domain name they have to change the name server. Name server of the pay-per-click website.
Sir, can I hack can I have that domain name?
Which domain name?
Whatever it is. For an example, Medley.com.
Yeah, you can get it.
What is the purpose of having that domain?
No, because the end user, those who are using the third person, the layman they are using it, it will be misdirected to instead of original Medley. Suppose any guest want to come to attend the Medley meeting, they will go to that place. They cannot access the website. Then they will realize that we went to a wrong website. It is very difficult to reach.
Sir, you said there are more than 600 domain websites where you can register.
600 million domains have been registered.
Is there a single body which regulates all of them?
Yes, I can for top level domain names. .com, .net,
Let's say I choose a domain name.
Yeah.
If Kalyan also wants to choose the same domain name.
No,
we won't
domain name
know each other, right?
can be registered on the basis of its availability.
Okay.
If it is registered already, clearly you will get the message. Domain name you cannot register it. Type of squatting, different types of type of squatting. This involves registering domain names that are useful.
What is that cyber squatting? What is it?
Sorry?
What is that actually? Cyber squatting. What is cyber squatting?
Like they are cheating you.
Okay.
If you misdirected to fake websites, like these are the squatting activities. The second one is type of squatting, like Google. You can see the difference. Google, G-O-O-J-E.com, G-O-O-J-E.com is Google, the original one.
It is a phishing, right?
Yes, phishing. The name exactly, the involves registering domain and person name. Like he was asking about that, no? The person names you can register that. But you cannot register David Beckham.uk because they already registered it. He is the original owner of that. Professional, like sports, soccer. Reverse cyberbullying. This involves a cyber squatter claiming trademark rights in a domain name they don't own, often with the goal of forcing rightful owner to buy it from them, like Geo Hotstar. Geo is a different company, Hotstar is a different company. They merged 2 years back. To be honest, only the two kids they own that domain name. They are running an NGO, and they said that they want to sell the domain name. They never thought Hotstar and Geo
But
will
the
merge.
subscription cost is very high, sir.
No, but what happened now, I will tell you one thing. They sent a message in LinkedIn. Immediately I said, you can file through WIPO and you can receive it. From Reliance, I got appreciation for that LinkedIn. They got it like that way. They spent only $1,500. The quoted amount is some $2 million they were asking to transfer a domain name. He got it for $1,500 from LinkedIn. I'll show you the post also later. Because reverse cyber squat. This involves a cyber product claiming trademark rights. Like the trademark is Nike. Nike, you know that my Nike, the strike mark will be there. Nike.com. So Dr. Samarth Saurajan, distinguished Toastmaster, he can register if he is checking all the extents like .in, .co.in, if it is available. Nike is interested in Japan.com only. He can register Nike.co.in. There is the pay-per-click website organization from USA. They will contact Samarth Saurajan with the help of the email ID. They will say that we will use your domain, we will pay monthly $500. He will say okay. My job is to find out the fake websites and I will inform Nike. They will insist us to file they want to retrieve your domain name for this process. Cyber squatting is the act of restricting trafficking in or using internet domain with the bad faith. Bad faith intent is Nike only. I would like to take only one example of typo squatting. Typo squatting is layman commit a mistake, like Amazon.com, AMAZON. Instead of this, they are using 0 instead of 0. Tricks uses entering the sensitive data. It's like a phishing activities. With the time concern, I would like to answer some 1 or 2 questions. It already shows red. 1 or 2 questions, anything about domain names. To retrieve a domain names, I would like to confirm my switch. To retrieve a domain name is 2 local bodies are there. One is WIPO, another one is NICSI. WIPO is for top level domain, for country level domain, NICSI. You have to file in the arbitration form complaint with evidence, with the trademark registration proof. You will automatically get within 10 or 15 days. Thank you. Thank you.
of you may be doing this project in future. He has noted the names of people who asked questions. He will take revenge.
A genuine question, there are real doubts.
See, most of the time, we think speaking is the main thing in Toastmasters. That's why the attendance also is low.
Yeah, Rocky is
People who are not speaking, generally they are not coming.
Rocky is doing too much coming here, going there.
Okay. Speaking has got a very good return on investment because for speaking you have to prepare well in advance, take the advice of the mentor, you take feedback from somebody else, redo the script, do rehearsals, come. So you have to take a lot of effort, quite a lot of time. Because of that, when you come and present here, the ultimate test for you, give a good speech with whatever vocal variety this will require as per that. You don't have to shout in every speech, depending on the requirements. And good speaking gives you really good returns and satisfaction. But other aspects of Toastmasters are also very important. As you know, speaking, you may get chance once in 6 weeks, 5 weeks. But listening, you can get every meeting. You can do many roles any number of times. You get more easy. So don't think of only speaking. When others are speaking also, you can observe them and learn. So this is the return on investment for not only on your speeches, but also on other people's speeches. Now let us go to the table topic session. Mr. Timer, can you say name the qualified speakers?
Toastmaster Divyadashini, Toastmaster Akash.
Toastmaster Divyadashini and Toastmaster Akash are qualified speakers. Please bear in mind you have to vote it. Now we come to the next item, which is loved by many, hated by many, loved and hated by the same people. Particularly hated till they are called, after they finish their, they will go back and sit there. All this show there is a thrill and a challenge in that session. And in fact it is quite useful in life situation because on the spot you will be able to make some decisions, speak something and answer some questions. Like the previous speaker, he has to answer a question, it's like a table topic for him also. So today's table topic master will explain about the table topic system and the timing and the thing. Is Toastmaster Nitin. Toastmaster Nitin gives a very good introduction. A lot of us we can apply for some because this introduction is a seasoned IT leader, deeply passionate about executive presence and leadership development. So go to him. The speech he is going to make is not the speech, the table topic session. As he told, he will have a list of this one, including guests. So he will entertain all of us.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
Distinguished Toastmasters, dear guests. I'm your table topic master today. For the benefit of guests, table topic is impromptu speech. So what I'll do, I'll invite you one by one here and give you a topic, and you will be requested to speak between 1 to 2 minutes. Try to speak at least minimum 1 minute. With that, let's get started. And first, I would like to invite Toastmaster Karan. What's one thing you bought that gave you more happiness than its price tag? What's one thing that you bought which gave you more happiness than its price tag?
When I immediately asked that question, I wasn't sure what I should say. Should I say my TV, my laptop,
gives you the most happiness in all shapes and forms. But I would say, if I were to go back in time, I think the first cricket bat I ever owned, to go back in time to when my dad gave it to me and learning cricket. Now my nephew, who is about 10 years old, has decided that he's going to become biodiversity chief in 5 years' time. Good luck to him there. He learns a cover drive very, very good. But the reality was, I think that is still one of the most happiness that I had when I was at that age. And recently we found my old bat and stored it somewhere, and I gave it to him. And I think that was, for me, the most happiness in taking my bat. Of course, we had to change the grip, we had to change a lot of things in it. But it was just that simple piece of wood, really, that gave me the most happiness at that point in my life. That's probably why I love cricket so much. And now I get to pass it on to the next generation. So, thank you.
Next, I would invite guest Aviral. What's one small daily habit that you believe is giving you big returns?
What is one daily habit that gives me great return? Like most of us who are juggling between different priorities, I got into a bad habit of doing multitasking. I thought I was doing something great by doing a lot of things at a time. But slowly I realized I was not paying attention to any of those things. So slowly I brought in a change in myself that I will be doing only one thing at a time. If it is about getting ready to catch the local, I will focus on getting ready and catch the local. My time pass on the local, when I do, it is going to be about how I use that time. And what I realized, that this continuous effort had a compounding impact where all my efforts were not wasted by distractions, and one success, one experience led to some other field, led to success in other field. So yeah, that is one small habit that has helped me grow. Thank you.
Next, I would invite Toastmaster Alagiri. What's one vacation you went on and felt great about?
Yeah, what one vacation that I went out and I felt great about it was Ladakh. 2019 I went to Ladakh. Whenever I used to travel in the flight, I used to get height phobia. Many times I travel, but whenever I go to, when I travel in flight, I used to get height phobia. But we reached Delhi. When we got flight in Bangalore, I totally, about 2.5 hours, I totally hugged my friend called Avinash. After arrived Delhi, then we got another flight to Ladakh, but at that time I didn't get any fear or I didn't get any height phobia because of sceneries. What I was seeing was very good. When I about to arrive in Ladakh, it was very hot. The people told that it will be very cool climate and we cannot survive, we will be getting breathing issues. When I see the climate outside from the flight, it was very, very hot, like summer only. When we get out from the flight, we felt that it was too cold. We cannot stand 1 minute, even if 1 minute. Then we ran and we went and sat in one place. That time I felt I got some breathing issues and I got some dizziness and that. So that is the one vacation I felt very great about it. Thank you.
Next, I would invite Toastmaster Rajsekar. What's the one lesson you ever learned from making a mistake?
What is the one lesson you never learned?
What's the one lesson you learned from making a mistake?
Rahman. So this is my small habit. I learned everything by mistakes. So I was very determined. From childhood, I used to do mistake and learn. This thing never changed till date. So it's like any defect or something. I'm not very sure. But till now, same thing is happening. But recently, I used to thought about lot. Why I'm doing like this actually? Any new task I'm taking, I'm failing at the first. Then I dig in. I just learned about myself. I used to take a lot of new stuff, even in a day or in an hour. My mind will roam around here and there. Always, any new stuff, anything new, whether it will be useful for our career or life or for anything. I used to see, read, try to analyze. But that will stay for 5-10 minutes. Then I will move for the next thing. I will just keep on moving around all the new information and new stuff. And from that, what is my interest and what will suit me, I will take one. And I will try for one day, and I will try that for another day. And when I find those things are not good or will not suit me, then I will leave it. So this is kind of a repeated thing I'm doing over and over and again, and that's how I'm learning. Now I started to love myself because of the same reason. Because I made this day, I started to love myself. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite Toastmaster Abhinaya. If you could instantly master one new skill overnight, which one you will pick?
Okay, so if I could instantly master one skill, it would be driving. Because I've tried and failed multiple times because I really wanted to drive. I feel like driving gives you a sense of independence, and I'm kind of tired constantly bargaining with all the auto owners who are constantly scamming me for some reason. And I feel like if I had the power to drive, can learn to drive immediately, then that one issue which I'm constantly facing every day commuting to work or even to Toastmasters would just disappear. Because my entire day I have to plan according so that I can make it on time. Because auto owners will be like, please, I'll come, don't cancel. I'll wait like a good person. And then they'll cancel last minute, I'll show up at work late. And then my boss will ask me, what is this, Abhinaya? But I would have started 30 minutes ahead. That's something similar which happened today. I was on the way to Toastmasters and a bike hit the auto, and then the auto owner was fighting, and I was sitting there, I couldn't say anything. I understand it's his vehicle. And I spent almost 10 minutes in the auto while I tried to reach Toastmasters, and I ended up reaching late. So that's one skill which I feel will make my life way more easier, and it will also make me feel good because I want to be on time. It doesn't feel nice showing up late even though I got ready on time and I did all the work to make sure I'm on time. So one skill which I could master would be driving.
to invite Toastmaster Dinesh. What's something you are learning right now just for fun? What's something which you are learning right now just for fun?
Thank you, Toastmasters. A very good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. What is something which I learned right now just for fun? Like everyone, I want to learn many new things, and that's the reason why I am in Toastmasters as well. In Toastmasters especially, the important thing which I am currently learning a lot is about humor. Because in a speech, whether it's a 5 to 7 minute speech or even it's a 10 to 15 minute speech, if you use humor at many points, I feel that people are more interested to listen to your speech. It really agitates the mind. So as far as Toastmasters is concerned, in fact, I'm trying to introduce more humor. But in my personal life, actually, as I once mentioned, I'm trying to learn dance also. Once or twice a week, I'm trying to go dance and trying to learn dance as well. Maybe it may be useful in the future. So, but actually, I want to reduce my weight. So that's why I wanted to go to dance. Maybe Toastmaster Hariharan, if he is lenient enough, he could join me in this. Because he's from the gym. She had already shown the green card for taking my name. But yeah, I'm trying to learn that as well, because there's no point in not learning anything new. And
Next, I would like to invite guest Ranjit Kumar. What's the most valuable advice you got from your parents?
Thank you, Toastmaster. The most valuable advice, to pinpoint to one particular thing, it would be the honesty or integrity, I would say, which was well inculcated from my childhood. It can be any particular thing, but to be honest in your daily life, to be honest with the workplace, in any particular circumstances, that is what I would highlight as the most important advice that my parents has given me. And what impact that has brought me till here is of immense value, I would say. Through the last 28 years, that was the most valuable. And there can be plenty other things to point, but grateful for that
Next, I would invite Toastmaster Raki Gupta. What's the biggest risk you have ever took that turned out to be totally worth it? What's the biggest risk you have ever took that turned out to be totally worth it?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. What is the biggest risk? I basically belong from Bihar, a small town where usually they will not send their girls to be out of town or out to any other city to study. I remember I told my mother, I told to my parents I want to study and I want to go to the SRM Chennai. My mom, SRM, where it is? Is this in another country? I said no. It is in Chennai. But no, you should not go. I said no, I will go. And then I have took the train. My parents called me some around 83 missed call. I slept nicely in the train and I was sad because it's not believed for my family, relatives. I was sad, but still I took the step to come to the Chennai, study, do the job, and I'm independent now. And this is really a work. You all can see.
That is related to your determination as well.
Yes.
Next, I would like to call upon guest Kavita. Casual discussion, you mentioned you travel a lot. I have a question for you. Tell us about a memorable conversation you had with a stranger during a trip. A memorable
conversation with a stranger
during a
during a trip. Good afternoon to ATMs, TM and TTH and guests. Memorable conversation I had in one of my trips from Mumbai to Chennai was a person who was traveling side. It was a 2 AC coach, second AC coach, side berths lower. He was sitting, and we were having our food. Myself and my friend, we attended a training, and we were returning from Mumbai to Chennai. And we offered some food to him because he was just he looked very perturbed, and every time he was looking at his watch time and all that. And then casually we started asking, we wanted to somehow felt that the co-passenger is not at ease. Then we picked up a conversation with him. I only picked up a conversation with him. And he missed his flight, and he wanted to reach Chennai very urgently. And train is very, in fact he could have taken a second train as well, another flight as well. But he chose to take the train because some reasons he told, I don't remember that. And he appeared to be the owner of ODC in Hadia. And it was excellent. He told us, he looked so normal and very down to earth, and it really interested us, asking him his journey, how he came to this level, where his journey started, whether it was his family business. Then it was like some scratch, like from very, it was at a rock bottom level. He came to became the owner of ODC, a place like Odyssey, and that was great, the journey, and I named him Padayappa. One Padayappa I met in the train. This is the most
Next, I would invite guest Shreya. What's the simplest thing that makes you genuinely happy?
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, what's the simplest thing that makes me genuinely happy? I would say music. I love music. As a child, my parents used to listen to Kishore Kumar, Adi Baban, and everyone, Lata Mangeshkar. So I've been brought up, hearing music, and music is therapy for me personally. Whenever I feel low or whenever I feel happy, I always listen to music. When while coming, from college to from travel, like music is my go-to, and I love music. So for me, that would be, I feel music plays an important role in everyone's life, at least for me, because when that's.
Guest, sorry, may I have the name, please? Please. One key learning which you would like to share with all of us.
Key learning. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
If I am thinking about the topic key learning, the one thing I remember is one of the things that the previous speakers have already told about uncertainty. Life is uncertain. You can't be certain all the time. So what you can do in life is you embrace uncertainty. That's how you live life and you win in life. So that's it. Thank you.
Time perspective is good.
It's like 9 more minutes.
the guest. Your name is? Niranjan. If your day had to run entirely without your phone, how do you think it would go? Good evening, Toastmasters. Day without a phone, how would my day be good? I feel like without my phone, it would be little difficult to handle a day without a phone. But what I believe was, without a phone, I can be more. I can spend more time. I can spend the time wisely, like really doing the thing mostly what is necessary for me. So that's it. We'll take one more. Yes. If you had to try an adventure sport with zero training, which one it would be? Any adventure sport without training, which one you would take?
Hi all. Hello. So adventure sport without training to do, it sounds very risky, right? So one such sport which I would like to do is mountain climbing. You know, many people, you read in the magazines, you see in the newspaper, one person has reached the Mount Kailash, one person has gone to Mount Everest for a 30-day trip. So at least to, say 30 feet or 50 feet if I am able to climb, that would be a great achievement for me. And I can come back and tell all my friends, my fellow mates and everybody that I have been to this mountain, I have been for a trekking and flaunt around it for a month or so, wherever I go. Yeah, so it would be mountain climbing.
Toastmaster Gautam. If you had to give advice to someone who is afraid to take risk, what will you advise?
I need advice regarding that. So, what advice I would normally give to a person who is afraid of taking a risk would be to just take the first step. So, in my life, I always felt that I have always been scared of taking the first step. Only after 35, I thought, okay, let me try. Okay, so I feel that you should always never be scared of taking the first step. So once you take the first step, what I have noticed is if you take the first step, the universe always plays a role. Okay? And the universe, and you can call it God or luck, whatever you want to call it, it or she or he or your parents it could be your parents' blessing, or it could be your friends, it could be your wife, it could be your sister, your brother. Somehow they understand what you are trying to do. So everything comes to a full circle, and then finally it helps you to reach your goal. That's what I have noticed.
With that, I'll hand over the stage to Timothy. Mr. Tyler, can you name the qualified table topic?
Toastmaster Karan, guest Abiral, Toastmaster Aragiri, Toastmaster Rajshekaran, Toastmaster Abhinaya, Toastmaster Dinesh, guest Ranjit, Toastmaster Raki Gupta, guest Kavita, guest Shreya, and Toastmaster Gautam.
Thank you. There's a long list of names, but the name which you catch that as a justice ticket, that alone you remember we are discussing that over. Now, what do you gain by the Toastmasters table topic experience?
Yes, we know speech means we have to practically do something. Everywhere there is something. You tell me come here and you speak. What is there to gain? Actually, in those 2 minutes you stand here, you may not gain much. As most of us are, some of us are afraid, some of us are less confident, some of us are confused. We don't know what to take. Start the sentence, first sentence. It's like this. But there is a background. If you create a very good background for yourself to be a successful table topic speaker, that will also be a very good background on speaking. What is the background? You should develop fluent speaking. When you are speaking, you should be able to speak clearly, fluently. So listen to our outers, grammarian, go and meet them, what mistakes you did, learn and keep on correcting them. For a period of time, and also listen to good speakers. That will give you the habit of fluent speaking. Fluency is very important when you come here and do a table topic. The second one is wide reading and vast general knowledge. When you come here, if you don't have good reading and general, you will not be able to make a meaningful speech. So some of us you find have got a limited distance. Some of us are quite when we are young, our knowledge is limited. We have. But Toastmaster gives you an opportunity to develop that. Even you can Google and find out how to improve your table topic speaking. On this place you cannot improve, you have to improve outside. Then that will reflect here. Now let us go to the very important session, which is the evaluation session. In the beginning I forgot to mention the introduction. Toastmaster DTM Thomas Abraham. Introduction is he is the Medley's first golden gavel winning president. Along with Toastmaster Abraham, now was the next term, 6 months. And he was the first recipient of DTM Abraham Zakaria Award for Leadership, which was recently instituted. Please let me invite it to DTM take over the.
Thank you very much, Doctor, and the TMOD of the day. 3 short points about evaluations. One, especially for the knowledge of the guests, we have manuals that tell us what to do in respect of each process. So what has been read initially by the evaluator as the objective is like a question. So the speaker is answering that question, number 1. Number 2, I'm sure as intelligent, growth-oriented individuals, you must have come to your own conclusions about the speeches, what you liked and what you didn't like. Keep that on, and when the evaluator here comes and gives his or her evaluation, compare it. You will become a better evaluator. To prepare a speech and deliver it, you should know how the structure is, which you learn when you see somebody else's speech. It's like an X-ray. So make use of that. And thirdly, of course, you will also realize, I think these are the 2 important things I want to convey to you. With that, let me go on to the evaluation. The first of the evaluators is Toastmaster Ranjit Rajgopal. I asked the same question to support the TMOD. First, of course, it's my question. Describe yourself in 5 adjectives. And Toastmaster Ranjit said, grounded, empathetic, adaptive, collaborative, and growth-oriented. Then I asked him about the TMO, return on investment question. He is now an ExCom member as a treasurer. He says it's given him further opportunities for growth. Here you are. Over to you for the
Good evening again. So, congratulations, Divyadashini, for a well organized and well delivered speech. It met the purpose which you have objective of your speech. The title of the speech was The Myth of Being Ready. You started with a very good hook, right? It actually, in fact, as you started, right, I really forgot that I'm the evaluator. I started to really got hooked to your speech, right? You started with a statement on dangerous confidence, right? Mastered your morning. These were all very good phrases to catch the attention of the audience. You had a good vocal variety to an extent. You showed a little bit of anxiety when you left the bus. You were confident. Eye contact was there. Yeah, some good phrases that you used also. Like the bus shrunk to a dot, right? Then that we could visualize, right? It has gone so far that you are just watching it from a distance. Hearing, but you can't understand what others are speaking. Like when your mother was advising you, where you were just hearing the verbal, but you are not understanding because your mind was still on your ID card, right? The overall message that you are trying to send is not, don't be too ready, right? Life will not be ready. Be comfortable with uncertainty. That was a very good call to action for everybody. Getting ready is not the key, getting started, right? That's the message he wanted to see. And I could see a determination in you to change yourself, right? Not to be ready. Though you have an autopilot way of doing things in the morning, mastering your morning, but some things you could improve upon, look at it, because it's your second speech. Your body language was sort of right, you could have used it. There are instances where you could have shown a little bit more expressive when you miss the bus or mother, the key part where you described, right? Those things, and you could have used the space a little bit more, right? You would have slightly here and there, but you could, that's an area, and you could also smiled a bit more. There were instances where you could have used a smile. Otherwise, it was a very well structured speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On to the second evaluator. The second evaluator is the doctor, the second doctor of the club, Dr. Shanmugavil. Since he was busy, I knew I did not wait for him to give me his adjectives. So I set up 5 adjectives. But look at it. I visualized him as knowledgeable. His surname, his first name says that. Curious, humble, cool, experimenter. What did he say about himself? He said honest, good, hardworking, I couldn't say that, confident, curious, and responsible. So the confident is my equivalent of cool, and humble he wouldn't say about himself, but I for me that's important. And as for the ROI, I didn't wait for his ROI because it is very obvious to all of us. He uses the stage of Medley so very well and so very often, and has marked major improvement over the months. It compliments you. Over to Dr. Shanmugavil.
Thank you. Good afternoon once again. Congratulations to Toastmaster Abbas Mesram for your informative speech. It was an informative speech. Professor Megrabian proposed a rule that is 7:38 and 55. This rule said any successful speech has 7% of words, 38% of voice and vocabulary, and 55% of body language. So our body speaks before your words too. Like that, you hooked the audience by your song. Achamille, achamille, achamilvadille. And also you have asked the question, any story became reality in your life? In case of clarity, the spoken language was clear and easily understood. Any speech should have opening, body and conclusion. The speech started from his 7 years old, then Camel Club, then Medley Club. Then lastly he concluded, emphasizing the importance of practice for developing any skill. Overall, he has the determination to develop any skill whatever practice is needed. Even though the speaker appeared comfortable with the audience, The following points are recommended for the speaker's future improvement. The voice was monotonous. The vocal variety has to be improved. For example, the song. அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லையே இச்சகத்து போரெல்லாம் ஏய்த்து நின்ற போதிலும் அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லை. The song you have told only 2 lines. If you told more, it will be more lucrative. As the pitch for a physical gesture and vocal variety, the stage can be released more. The stage was yours. Then he was standing in the center of the stage only. He didn't move there and here. Then mostly the hand was like this way. And your vision was seen in the left side and the center he didn't see in the right side. So you can, your eyesight should be everywhere. Overall, the speaker delivered a well-organized speech on this topic. All the best to the speaker for his future endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shankarveer. On to the third evaluator. Professionally and positionally as BPE, I know she is time crunched. So I didn't have the heart to ask her for her 5 adjectives. And since we have seen her in action, I could judge, and I'm sure you will support me. Ma'am is already supporting. Yeah, when I say that for me, she is creative. Remember the post office? The postman? Yeah. She is reliable. That's what she is proving now. She is committed again. And she's a division podium finisher. Not many of you know that. And she is also the marathon woman. 800 kilometers every Toastmaster meeting in Medley she makes it. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhirami, to evaluate the third.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
Toastmaster Encouraging. Congratulations on completing this project. Today, you had not only one challenge, but the entire team decided to making your life difficult. Yet, you stood your ground and continued speaking. First, I would like to appreciate the way you handled the questions raised by distinguished Toastmaster Thomas and Toastmaster Gautam. You remained calm, answered confidently, and smoothly continued your speech. It was well done. Another aspect I would like to appreciate is the way you handle the continuous questions from Toastmaster Umamaheshwar Rao and Toastmaster Ali. Answering a series of questions while maintaining the composure is completely a different challenge. You listened carefully, responded confidently, and smoothly returned your speech. That showed excellent presence of mind. In fact, I think Toastmaster Umamaheshwar Rao and Toastmaster Alagiri was so committed to helping you complete your project that they both almost become a co-speaker. I appreciate the fact that you remained composed throughout the session. No matter what happened around you, you maintained your professionalism. Now coming to the improvements, and Toastmaster Rajshekhar phone became more enthusiastic than the audience. You simply continued with your speech. Instead, you would have paused for a moment, address the situation politely, and then continue. Similarly, when Toastmaster Raki and Toastmaster Alagiri decided to go for a walk in the middle of your speech, you chose to ignore them. In real life, however, audience attention would have followed. A simple acknowledgement would have helped you regain your audience attention. The same thing happened when the phone rang in the room. You kept speaking. While that showed your determination, this project is about managing distractions rather than pretending they do not exist. Addressing the interruption professionally and then continuing would have demonstrated stronger audience management skills. For your next opportunity, challenge yourself to remember these 3 simple steps. Pause, address, and then continue. Pause the speech, acknowledge the interruptions professionally, regain control of the audience, and then continue with confidence. So overall, Toastmaster Venkateshan handled the question and answer session exceptionally well, and your professionalism remained consistent throughout the session. With a little more focus on actively addressing the distractions instead of ignoring them, I am certain you will master this skill. Congratulations once again. all the very best to your Toastmaster journey.
Thank you. So, I told you about two major aspects of the finance session. This is also like a balance sheet session, if you notice. All that's been done is summarized so well here. So, there is another aspect that we need to summarize. The report of the tag. For that, here is calling to start with the timer Toastmaster Hariharan. Please come.
Okay, I'll start with the timings of the table topic speakers. Toastmaster Karan finished in 1 minute 13 seconds. Guest Abiral, he finished in 1 minute 23 seconds. Toastmaster Aragiri, he finished in 2 minutes 6 seconds. Toastmaster Rajshekaran, he finished in 2 minutes. Toastmaster Abhinaya, she finished in 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Dinesh, he finished in 1 minute 17 seconds. Guest Ranjit, finished in 1 minute 6 seconds. PM Raki Gupta, she finished in 1 minute 4 seconds. Guest Kavita, she finished in 1 minute 50 seconds. Guest Shreya, she finished in 60 seconds. And Toastmaster Gautam, he finished in 1 minute 14 seconds. Coming to prepared speeches, Toastmaster Divyadarshini, she finished her speech in 5 minutes 56 seconds. Toastmaster Akash, he finished his speech in 6 minutes 20 seconds. And coming to the evaluations part, Toastmaster Ranjit, he finished his evaluation in 2 minutes 29 seconds. Toastmaster Shanmugavel, he finished his evaluation in 2 minutes 52 seconds. Toastmaster Abhirami, she also finished her evaluation in 2 minutes 52 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Over to the R counter. By the way, dear guest, what is meant by R counter? Any idea?
The one who counts
Guess.
The one who counts number of balls.
Yeah. All those funny words. That's R counter, absolutely. Thank you. So over to the R counter, Uma Maheshwar. Sure.
Before I say, I want to say when I say repeats, it means the speaker says something and he forgot. Like I want to, then he forgot. Again, he will repeat the same sentence. That is what I mean. There are some overused words, like they frequently use those terms. Like they depend on more whenever they want to take a pause. They use those words. Coming to my report, Toastmaster Kalyan has said 1 R. Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath sir 1 R and 1 M. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas sir has 3 R. Toastmaster Hariharan has 3 R. TM Toastmaster Nagavali has 1 R. Toastmaster Ranjit Rajgopal has 2 R. TM Divyadarshini has 2 R. And there are some repeats. And she used some repeated words as a part of her script itself. I didn't count that, like you said. ID card thrice in a line, and you said when you taught me phone, you said like So it is a new situation for me. Like as a part of script, someone planning filler words and repeated words. It's a good experience for me. And Toastmaster Akash has 5 plus R's, 1 so twice, like 1 time. Repeats are like you know, and it took 2 long pauses. And Toastmaster Shanmugavel has a clear speech. Toastmaster Abhirami has 3 R's. Okay. Going back to Toastmaster Shanmugavel, there are some situations he has to use R or something, but instead of that, he has taken some pause. I was waiting, he will say some R, but he has taken some meaningful pause, which appearing like it's like a clear speech. It is not too long. At the same time, you didn't use any filler words. You used those small pauses, very meaningful. And Toastmaster Venkatesan has 1 R. 1 repeated like more than 5 times.
Toastmaster Nitin has a clear speech. Toastmaster Karan has 2 A, 1 A. Guest Abhidan has 3 A's, 1 So. Toastmaster Alagisi 5 A's and overused words like I and we. Toastmaster Rajsekharan 2 A's. He also overused the word I. Toastmaster Abhinaya has clear speech. Toastmaster Dinesh has 5 plus R's. Guest Ranjit 3 R's. Toastmaster Raki Gupta 3 R. Guest Kavita 2 R's. Guest Sriya 5 times R. And repeated word, overused word is you know and yeah. Guest Haprit 1 R and 1 So. Guest Ilanjarian 3 R's, 2 So and 1 like. Guest Vasist has 2 So and repeated word is you know. Overused word is you know. Thank you. I have one more speaker in the next place. Toastmaster Gautam 1 R and 3 So.
I like the honesty, not leaving behind that little small little coin. That also you surrendered. I appreciate that. That's thoroughness, absolutely. Over to the last of the tag players. We have Toastmaster.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. First, we will see the word of the day, the person who used the word of the day. Toastmaster Divyendra C used the word of the day once. Toastmaster August used once. And Toastmaster Rajashekaran used once. Toastmaster Ranjit used once. Toastmaster Sanmugavil used once. Toastmaster Abhirami used once. And distinguished Toastmaster Sambat had a clear speech. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham had a clear speech. Toastmaster Rajashekaran had a clear speech. Toastmaster Sanmugavil had a clear speech. Toastmaster Abhinaya had a clear speech. And some corrections are there. A person who fears flying has aerophobia. And some new words and phrases are used in the meeting. What do you want in life? What do you from in life? ROI, return on investment, priority in mind, powerful person in Toastmaster, important person in Toastmaster, tangible, feelable, brand is a legacy, international vision, excellence, investments like money, time, effort, well structure, unbreakable record, certainty, uncertainty, body language, confidence at professionalism, vocal varieties, multitasking, compounding interest, master over a night, honesty and integrity, picked up the conversation, music is my motive, fluency is very important, wide reading, collaborate, growth oriented, a good cook, humble, experiment, informative speech, 7:35:55 rule, opening body and concluded monotonous. And today we have learned new word, domain name, which that is nothing but IP number. I would like to tell a interesting matter about the domain name. Domain name in 1993, a boy who was in Malaysia, he bought a domain name in $100. That domain name was al.com because his name is Asian Islam. So he bought al.com. He didn't have to buy the domain name to buy, but he bought from his mother's credit card. Unbelievable, after a decade, the tech companies bought a domain name AL from the boy from $70 million. So a person who buy a domain name legally, we cannot buy again legally. That's why I would like to conclude that if a person buy any domain name, we cannot buy again. So law is giving protection like that. I wanted to, because now I am studying the patent law, so I decided to tell one small information to you.
Small correction. If you have a trademark right, you can retrieve your domain name.
Sir?
If you have a trademark rights for AL, the company is having trademark right prior to that, definitely they get claim.
Okay,
Before
that's a good
that,
topic. Over to you.
Okay,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Before that, the company
Yeah.
don't have this. That's why.
Thank you. So, friends, my role now. Thank you very much, the tag, for the details that you've given us. Broadly, as we say, 2:55, and it was almost like muscle memory. Toastmasters started off with this applause, and we were on. I liked it. And obviously, things were all set up. The ambience was nice, temperature, everything. There was no discomfort in any manner at all. The presiding officer asked his question, what you want to get in life and out of life. Am I right?
In life.
From life, yeah, from life. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't refer to those. I think that was very apt, the conjugation. Then we had TM Modi. 4 things I liked about what TM Modi said. Of course, the ROI was very current as a theme. Then he said, be attentive. Otherwise, there's no use. I think it was fundamental, but that isn't belittled in any way, what he said. Second, you talked about mission at 3 levels. See, these are like, grandma telling stories about the family that you don't often say, but I think someone to remind. And you're the right person to remind us. Good for that, good. Third, you talked about, you showed that to run a meaningful meeting, you don't need any fancy title that people have to refer to the dictionary to understand the meaning of. I think we must return to this. Let's stay with the essence, not with the flourish. Fourth, was it the green card that came up? No, it was not. Okay. I saw it. I got one. Thank you. Fourth, what is the ROI on? Time, money, and effort. Wonderful. I think it's time, once in a while, we get this mental massage. You gave it first. Thank you very much for that. Moving forward, I also want to say this. The GE's report, friends, has not been filled in the last 4 meetings. I think ExCom should ask the GEs to fill it, and I'm sure you must be evaluating it on a regular basis. Second, just like you have the burrs counted by the R counter, there's the burr that disturbs me a lot, and people drag their chairs. That sentence you cannot hear at all. And people coughing. I'm glad that both has happened only once each. Sneeze, I will not stop. That's nature's way. It's okay. So, no, but I would like all of us to be cognizant of it. 20 others missed that word. Then, of course, technology is good, but we must master it, we must rehearse it. I'm referring to the laptop thing. I mean, it's obvious. I think I'm sure next time will be better. But there's something more I want to say about the speech of Toastmaster Venkatesh. It wasn't he who was on test. Medley was on test. Medley did not give a complete obstacle race for our friend. It's an obstacle race. There are 3 types of people, 4 types of disturbance. They were not there. I was not meant to be one, but because you gave him a free rein, I got into that act. It was not my role. So we must make it difficult. You must make him angry. Then in practical life, he will do better. Then, height. Anyway, a few things for you, ma'am. adjective and adverb, all that we can give in the word. And fear of height and fear of flight are two different things. I will just that. And yes, for the timer, when table topic speakers are given, the name is given, you can ask them to raise their names. Because guests included, how can I know who is Ranjit, who is, so that will happen. Small little thing. Then, yeah, evaluators did a good job. I'm being honest, I'm not being formal. Purpose was the first question, you asked that. And Dr. Shanmurugal, I'm glad you told people who don't know about it, about Moravian's law about 5, 38 and 55. I'm sure somebody will look up and be better, wiser with that. This is one of the famous theories in communication. I'm glad you raised that. And Toastmaster Abrami, I think you gave the compliments correctly. Then, yeah, and grammarian needn't give report about the clean speeches. That's a duplication which has already been done by the accountant. And then let me say, we started at
4:55.
And what's the time now?
4:55.
Perfect. So congratulations to the captain and all the passengers who could have disturbed us.
Friends, you will be wondering how the evaluation team can benefit. I'll tell you, they have got a complete exercise. They have to listen, they have to take notes, they have to analyze and organize, and they have to present. So listening, speaking, organizing, thinking, everything comes in the evaluation team. So evaluation team benefits maximum, and the evaluation is for everyone. In general, evaluation should not be completely in second person. You may start by saying you did a very good job today, like this to the speaker, but then you have to slowly go into the third person. The speaker address the whole, because evaluation is for everybody. If it was only for that person, you can privately have a chat. Why we are doing it is public this one. These people have listened to the speech, now they are listening to an evaluation of the speech that gives a complete knowledge for them. Thank you very much. Now let me conclude, sign off by saying, return on investment, you must be convinced there is. Oscar Wilde very famously said, cynic knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. You understood that? So we should not always look at the price, how much time I have to spend, how much effort I have to do, how much money I have to do, all these things are there. But how much you get out of it is in your hand. So you look more at the value side rather than the price side. That is the secret of getting the best out of Toastmasters. Let me call the president now to take over.
First time guest. Was the meeting? What did you expect? When you entered this room, have you been to any other Toastmaster meeting?
It's my
before?
first
Was
time.
it first time seeing a
Yes.
Toastmaster setup. Okay. What was your expectation? What was it you thought?
It was
Being
as
a-
expected. If I continuously come, I can improve my communication and public speaking and all. It was as expected. Good one.
Looking forward.
Yes.
What's your number? Bidar ka number.
I would say the table topics are something that I can get into to get better at. Over the last term, with the time period that I had, I think I completed the level 1 of the pathway that I have taken. Would like to continue further here.
Join in because what is happening is for the members and guests, there is a fees change which is happening. A Toastmaster, all these days we are paying $60 per month of 6 months. Now there is a change happening to $72. So members would have seen mails have been sent and then we are sending communications to the group. And I'll explain that quickly. Before September 3rd, if you are going to pay the renewals, August 3rd, if you are going to pay the renewals, you'll be paying $60.
Post that, you will be paying $72. Technically, with GST and everything, you will be saving some 1,480 rupees. If you are joining in, you can just speak to the BPM designate today. Rajshekhar will be taking care of the BPM work today. And guests who are ready to join, who have completed the 4-week criteria, we can just speak to Rajshekhar and then avail this benefit. And two more things I want to have a quick announcement. One is, district is conducting a lot of daily events. And specifically from our area director, there is a request saying we had 0 registration from our club. So it's very disheartening to listen to that. And only 1 registration we had. I think that is from Venkatesh. It's mandated because he's the club for that. Okay, it's a mandated registration. So which means technically we can become 0. So to see that message in a group saying a club, we claim we are the pioneers and then we are #1 club in the district, and then having 0 registrations for a learning. There is no award, nothing. We are not asking you for something, to tick any criteria. It is your own learning. PLI is a leadership institute of Toastmasters International, and we have a beautiful. They are coming out every Thursday and almost every Saturday and Thursday. There are programs. Do join in, see the group, and there is a broadcast list that is available. You can just join in, speak to a VPM or a VP about joining the particular group. Another announcement or another request I have is, we have asked you to fill forms asking to book slots for August. Please search it. Maybe we will also again, right away after this meeting, we'll post the link again. You can just make the VP's job, the subcommittee job easier. That is one. And I request all the role players who are signing in to come in here by 2:35, because we can just correct. See, for example, in this meeting, the general evaluator will give certain inputs. Where we will correct it? How are we going to track it? So the next week when you come in 10 minutes before, then we will just discuss, hey look, the previous meeting the general evaluator told us all these things. We will correct this in this particular meeting. We will just see how the meeting flows. Please request all the role players to be here by 2:35. So that in 10 minutes we can just arrange, because Surgeon yes, she raised her hands and then she volunteered herself. I thought the biggest risk I take, I'm enjoying her. When TT came in, I thought she's going to speak what I say. But poor soul, she did not have to do all these things all alone. I know there are people who come in. Otherwise, if there is not that, we all know in club only when Dinesh comes, around Rajshekhar comes and Raki comes and then they arrange. Please do come. It's much more easier if the role players pitch in 2:35. As a club, we can build. This doesn't come in like a boom. This arrangement doesn't come like a boom. People work for it. Please do join. The EXCOM has taken an additional responsibility to help to facilitate the club to do so. Better role players come in, so all of us can do things together. I will just go to the results. Best ancillary role player, Toastmaster Upamanishwar. Yeah, who's taking photo? Raki?
Oh, me, sorry. One second. Putting the wrong pin.
Okay, that's okay. Just come. She has added some other alternatives next week. Okay, maybe somebody is going to come. Let me not come. What's that? The best role player, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas.
Photo? Here.
Yeah.
I was not smiling.
With this, I have one more thing to add. We are trying to bring in a dress code of formal. Assuming a general level coming here today with a flip flop and a jean and a t-shirt, how the meeting will be. The idea is this: be one step more than your audience. Dress one step more. That is the basic stage rule. Dress one step more than the audience who you are addressing. So have it in mind. Best topics, Abhinaya. Gaming topics. We are not done the first speech next day.
Yeah, she should be banned always.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. That's what I told her.
I already told her.
She's not giving opportunity to people, so we are not calling her. I told her that. Make her the TT master. Abhi, next time she is a TT master.
Yeah.
Okay. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Abhinay. Best speaker, Toastmaster Divyadarshini. See, I have a confession. What happened was I was not regular for the past 2 years. Suddenly, due to some one particular gap, I have become a president. I'm here standing in front of you. When this girl walks in, I asked her, "Are you a guest?" So it goes. With that thought, I enjoy meeting you. Snacks are available and